Y'all crazy. I'm just telling you, this game comes down to this right
Yeah, we're
here.
taking the court.
No way. No way. Oh my goodness. So
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Business model, business model that he put out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. But it's a business model. These fighters aspire to be great. They also aspire to make a
Leonard Ellerbe has allegedly revealed that Floyd Mayweather may face arrest in connection with a $42 million scam. He acknowledged that not all business strategies succeed, noting that things don't always go as planned. Ellerbe reportedly suggested that Mayweather is focused on generating income from every possible platform, regardless of the consequences or challenges that may arise along the way.
Kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old and feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But people on social media do what they do best, especially black people try to tear each other down. So people start researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group. They got a part of it. Then you got 50, just passing his kids through. So a lot of stuff to worry about. But people online seeing what Floyd did or didn't buy, I mean, I just find it weird on his end that you still feel like you gotta announce every move on social media. That's his biggest reason why he going broke and why he gonna be broke. He want to keep up with the Joneses. At some point, even Bill Gates ain't really never lived that lifestyle. But Steve, at some point, they skilled it. They had their fun. They probably bought the dream car, dream house, dream bitch. They had the fun. They realized, okay, let me scale it down. At some point, you can't live your 40s and 50s like you're 20 and 19. You can't live like that. It's okay, okay. I don't really need a house in
At nearly
Cincinnati.
50, Floyd Mayweather continues to flaunt his wealth on social media, drawing criticism from those who argue that his constant display of affluence is leading him toward financial ruin. Many believe his habit of showcasing every extravagant purchase and achievement online only accelerates his downfall, with some even predicting that he will eventually go broke.
Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending 402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather's $42 million investment in purchasing buildings hasn't gone as planned, as Business Insider reported that he is not the sole owner of these properties. Contrary to his claims, the real owners of the buildings remain unchanged, and his business strategy has failed to deliver the promised returns, exposing a significant misstep in his otherwise lavish lifestyle.
Floyd that basically gave him $1 million came out to Vegas, and they had a whole backstory to that. And I'm pretty sure Leonard was around seeing all that. And what you're saying doesn't sound far-fetched. And I'm not agreeing with you, just to agree with you, but like, Camp may be hurt just because, like, you're a human being. You can whoop ass, but you're still a human being, right? You may be hurt this moment. I've also seen guys where, they moment pass and try to hold on to things, and that becomes an element of it. But then also, it's just not a Leonard Ellerbe thing. There's a lot of people who may be in position around Floyd Mayweather, but whatever deal they agreed to at the time to allow them to get all the money that they probably could have earned, right? So he probably sees the infrastructure that Tank doesn't have and the relationship, and he's not saying, hey man, it ain't
As a
something.
longtime associate of Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe has witnessed firsthand how he operates in the business world. As a key figure in Mayweather's promotions, Ellerbe has observed Floyd's tactics, particularly in managing money. A major issue emerged when Floyd allegedly failed to pay Gervonta Tank Davis what he had earned, raising growing concerns about Mayweather's financial ethics.
Welcome to In This Corner. Breaking news, Leonard Ellerbe has stepped down as CEO from Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather acknowledges Leonard Ellerbe, but also says that they will now be joining forces with Richard Schaefer. Why do you think Leonard Ellerbe stepped down? Is it really the end for Mayweather Promotions? As many people say, lots of their fighters have now walked away from the promotional company.
After witnessing Floyd Mayweather's actions over time, Leonard Ellerbe decided to step down as CEO of Mayweather Promotions. His departure underscores growing dissatisfaction within Floyd's inner circle, particularly concerning how Floyd managed his business and treated those close to him, including failing to properly compensate them for their contributions.
But I've seen recently that he's actually looking to leave. So how does that relationship work? How does that work as far as, grooming somebody, getting them to a point, and then having some differences?
I've always been a gentleman. I've always been respectful. And there's nothing like taking a kid that comes from the same background as you and helping them and put them in a position to become a multi-millionaire. You meet a kid, he comes to you for an autograph. You sign an autograph for him, then I tell him, in a few years when you get older, I'm going to work with you and I'm going to make you world champion someday. Years later, he started working with him, helped him, pushed him to be great. And he feels like, his wings, he grew wings where he can fly and become his own boss.
Leonard Ellerbe's departure from Mayweather Promotions wasn't an isolated incident, as Gervonta Davis also left, raising suspicions about Floyd Mayweather's management style. Floyd, however, downplayed the situation, claiming he made Tank a millionaire and that if Tank chose to leave, it was his own decision. Mayweather's public dismissiveness only fueled further speculation about the real reasons behind these departures.
Options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, Maybach, whatever you want. One. You want plan? The original plan. Raw. The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want.
Floyd Mayweather is notorious for showcasing his wealth, spending lavishly on everything from cars to clothes. His extravagant lifestyle is constantly on display, with the boxer proudly flaunting his riches on social media. However, this ongoing spending spree has led many to question whether such flaunting is sustainable in the long run, especially when combined with his controversial business
Or is that
practices.
something that you can't discuss right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact. Short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? It's like a.
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just.
Nah, I'm for you.
Oh,
I'm not for you. Yeah, we're taking this to court.
no way. Oh my goodness. So, other
Yeah,
than
see you in
that,
the courtroom.
Logan Paul threatened Floyd Mayweather with legal action over millions in unpaid earnings, vowing to take the matter to court. Logan's comments were pointed, claiming that Floyd's failure to make payments could eventually lead him to prison. This public dispute further highlights Floyd's alleged financial irresponsibility and his tendency to disregard contractual obligations. It isn't the first time Floyd Mayweather has found himself in legal trouble. He has had a complicated relationship with the law, having spent time in jail before. Despite all his wealth, Floyd has often spoken about how he lacks freedom, emphasizing the price of his fame and fortune. His past interactions with the justice system suggest a pattern of legal woes tied to his financial decisions.
Where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Right.
So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when... See, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he going to say he wants, to give me the other half? Why I got to ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
Rapper 50 Cent also shared his side of the story, recalling how he took over Mayweather Promotions while Floyd was in jail. However, when Floyd was released, he allegedly forgot what 50 had done for him, failing to repay the millions.
Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Floyd's response to 50 Cent was that he never asked him to step in, reinforcing a narrative of Floyd's disregard for loyalty and business commitments. Floyd's history is filled with scandals, particularly related to financial matters. One notable incident involved him allegedly scamming people or failing to pay taxes on his earnings. There was even an incident where he was reportedly held hostage in Dubai for failing to pay for luxurious jewelry. These actions have only fueled growing skepticism about his business practices and personal...
A Ferrari F50. 50. So 50's obviously going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts. Just because, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way if it's removed, it's like, hey, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, saying he believes a belief that has allowed him to get
of Floyd Mayweather's financial practices remains tainted by his past actions. Despite his claims of being a successful businessman, many view him as someone who prioritizes short-term gains over long-term stability. His financial moves, especially those involving friends, partners, and fans, suggest that Mayweather's wealth may be more about spectacle than a solid financial strategy.